Okay, guys. Well, just a great team win today. I thought our team came out really hitting on all cylinders, and this tone was set. From the first drive, I thought, obviously, AJ was running at will, and I thought that both sides of the ball played extremely well. We had a chance to get an awful lot of young guys in the game today. Sometimes for the head coach, it's such a good thing when that can happen, but it's stressful because it just becomes a little bit chaotic. But especially in our special teams where, we have a first team and a second team, but sometimes the second team is some of your starters that you're not playing on your first team, and you don't want them in at that point. So it's just the shuffling of the decks, as we saw. By the time we got down in our third punt team, we had some issues in there. I'll have to get that straightened out. Although, that's pretty down the line. So I thought we played well early when it mattered. We got guys off the field. We got a very, very short week this week, and the goal was as soon as we could, we were going to get them off. Maybe got them off a little too early, but I wanted to err on that side as opposed to the other. And so that's what we did. And, I wish Holy Cross the best. We're off and running towards Wake Forest right now. And that's going to be our focus, is our focus right now. So I hope we grow, our young guys grow from the experiences they had today. We're healthy. We didn't get too many reps taken by our ones, which is a good thing. Some very few, some none, some a few more, but nobody over the top. And we're healthy rolling into Week 3, Conference 1 play. Any questions?
Yeah, just raise your hand. We'll get the microphone to you.
Steve, you kind of touched on it. Is this the perfect week to have this game with the short week and not a lot of time for the starters?
Well, I think it played out that way. I mean, in an ideal world, maybe we played it a couple days ago, but certainly being able to get our players off the field early, was a good thing. And also, wanting to respect Holy Cross, and they're building their program. That's a proud program, and he's a fine young coach and off and running trying to build his deal, and I totally understand that too. So, it was good for us to get our older players off, and I think good for them to be able to continue to grow as well. And I'm all for, I'm a big believer that, we are cheering for the Massachusetts and New England teams when we're not playing them, and for their success and their growth and their development.
Holy Cross and UMass are well-run, talented programs, but is there at least a part of you that takes a look at these games with Purdue, Temple, and your ACC schedule in mind?
I mean, we play in a very, very competitive conference, and we play on the toughest side of it. There's so many great games ahead of us, and but I'm to be able to play UMass, I think, is a great thing. I've said it many times. I think it's a geographical game. I think it's good for New England and Massachusetts football, and I think playing Holy Cross, another Jesuit college, university. I think with the fan base and the history and the geographical ties, I think these are all good things. And I think when you wrap it up into the totality of our season and who we have to play, I think this is a good thing that's gone down.
Coach, I saw you have an extended conference on the sidelines with A.J. Dillon after his last TD before he went up. Just wondering what was discussed and basically.
I mean, I just said to him, hey, what a heck of a job you just did. I'm pulling you out of the game, and I want I want to keep you healthy, and we got to get ready, for what's ahead, and that's what I told him, and that was it. And he was great. I mean, oh yeah, I mean, he's a team. I mean, he was laughing. He knows. He knows. I need him to have 300. As we roll forward. So he understood it, but I like to treat these guys like men and explain to them what we're doing, why we're doing it. I'm not going to say it beforehand because I don't want to do that, but once I knew I was ready to pull him, I want to explain to him why I was pulling him, you know. I mean, he's a young guy, and all young guys, they want to play. They want to do their thing, you know. They want to score touchdowns. I mean, and I get that, you know. I mean, he probably could have ran for quite a few yards today, you know. But we got a little bit – it's a team game for us. It's a team deal. And he's a team guy. And, you know, we gave him a game ball downstairs. We gave one out offense, defense, and we gave one to him. And the only thing he said is we need to get to 3-0, you know. These kids are unbelievable now. These kids are unbelievable. What a tremendous group of guys. I'm so proud of this team. I mean, I say that because I just been around a lot of guys, and these guys, they're BC men. They're bright. They're men of faith, character, and toughness, and they get it, you know. So you can pull a guy aside and put your arm around him and have a conversation with him, and that's you know, you're not having a selfish conversation. You're having a real man's all about the team conversation. It's pretty cool.
Go right here to Rich first.
You have to kind of emphasize that they're getting a step up in class next week, or do you think they get that already?
I mean, they get it. There's no misunderstanding about it. But I would say that'd be the thing that, you know, you always worry about, you know, shocked by level of play sometimes, you know. And but the one thing we do around here is we go ones versus ones in practice a lot, and our ones are pretty good. So as long as we are going ones versus ones, we're not going to get shocked. You know, that's why we do that. You know, a lot of teams don't do that. We'll do that this week so that we can recalibrate the level of play, the speed and the strength and the things that'll occur. You know, it's a fine line, right? You know, and you know, always worried about, you know, momentum and all that kind of stuff. The one thing I will say, though, is I think that we're healthy, and I hope we'll feel fresh. That's got to count for something, too. So you're just trying to balance all of that.
And Steve, do you think these reps for guys like EJ, for Bailey, Jones, those are some things that not only they put in the bank, but you as a coaching staff put in the bank, you know, as you go on in the schedule if you need them?
I don't think there's any question. You know, like David had put the ball on the ground, we put him right back in again. You know, EJ had some quality reps. Matt McDonald had some quality reps. Just so many, you know, CJ Lewis and just a whole lot of guys that, you know, when they go on the field and then all of a sudden they're out there on an island and the bright lights, so to speak, and it's different. And you just got to feel, taste, and smell that. And, you know, and sometimes as a coach, you're like, wow, what did I just look at right there? Like, I haven't seen that. But, you know, that's all part of it. And with the long season we have, there are several guys that we're going to need to draw upon. And so these experiences, yeah, they clearly are going to help you. And I've always said in the past that, you know, when you're rebuilding a program, sometimes early on you can't get enough of these guys to get these young guys quality work because the games were too tight, and so that, you know, it's a little bit of an off cycle. But now we're having a chance to see so many young players, and with the new rules that you can play these guys out of 4 games, I think these first couple of games we got guys a chance to really get a sense of that with no cost factor. And then other guys, of course, they're going to play, so we just need to get them reps because they're going to play. So it's kind of a twofold thing. And, you know, but it's a little stressful, you know, it just is. I've been, you know, this is the first year, like the organization of that is just hard. It's, you know, you used to have like, okay, got our first team ready to go, you got your second team ready to go, you got your key substitutions. Now it's such, in these first 2 weeks, there's been so much quantity of that. It's a challenge to stay completely, you know, organized all the time. It really is, especially when you get in those special team situations. It's challenging, you know.
Take 2 more. Andy on the right.
Steve, EJ was 9 of 12 today. He looked pretty poised in the pocket. What kind of development have you seen from year 1 to year 2 for EJ?
Yeah, I mean, he has total understanding of the offense, and you know, he's got some really good athletic tools. It's just experience. I thought he did a great job today. And then Matt McDonald went in, and they brought 11 up heat, or whatever it was, to 9 up heat, and he just kind of stood right in there, boom, and he banged it, you know, for 6, you know, which I thought was, he's a pretty composed guy himself. So, you know, I'm really excited about the fact that they've both gotten game reps in here, you know, because, you know, we're going to need them. I think Anthony probably was out of there pretty quick. I think we were done with him by the end of the first quarter, right? Yeah. So that's good. So these guys really took a ton of reps in there, just really terrific.
Was John Baker just maintenance, and how did Alec Lindstrom handle the requisites of being a center?
Well, Alec last week played the whole game. I think John played 8 snaps maybe or something like that. And John could have clearly went today. And I was going to play John today. And I watched him in warm-ups, and I just said to myself, well, you know what? I'm going to just let him rest this ankle a little bit more. He's fine, totally fine. He'll absolutely be playing. And so Alec got 2 full games under his belt. But Alec's going to play. I mean, Alec's a real good football player. So I mean, he's going to continue to play. But John Baker's totally fine, and he'll be ready to go on for practice tomorrow.